Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel MH Academy. Hope you all doing well. Today let's discuss about lasers. Let's see what are the contents we are gonna discuss in this topic. That is introduction, we can learn here definition, what does laser stands for, and the characteristics of laser and principle of lasers. For PDF, join my Telegram channel in the description link. So let's start our video from the introduction, that is definition. Let's know. The term laser stands for and the definition is both similar, you can say. Laser is a device that emits light through a process of optical amplification based on stimulated emission of electromagnetic radiation, where laser stands for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. This is also a definition of laser, we can call it as. And from these lasers we produce a very narrow beam of light which is useful in many technologies and instruments. Lasers are the key components of many products that we use in our daily life, such as consumer products like Blu-ray, DVD players, barcode scanners, light show projectors, and for medical use also for eye surgery, in industrial lasers also. These lasers are used. Light laser is an unusual light source and it is quite different from light bulb or flashlight which we use in our mobile phones. Next, let's discuss about characteristics of lasers. We are having directionality, coherence, and monochromaticity, high radiance, intensity. Let's discuss it one by one. So let's start from directionality. In directionality, in conventional light sources, that is lamp or sodium lamp or torchlight, photons will travel in random direction. Therefore, light source emit light in all directions. But in lasers, all photons will travel in same direction. Therefore, light emits only in one direction, which is known as directionality of laser light. In other words, we can say it as the laser emit light in a particular focus direction only. Next, intensity. In intensity, laser gives out light in a narrow beam and its energy is concentrated in a small region only. And A by watt of laser in many thousand times have more intense than 100 watt ordinary. Next, let's see monochromaticity. In this monochromatic, laser light is strictly monochromatic, that is single frequency than any other conventional monochromatic sources. Next, we are having coherence. In this coherence, we are having two types: spatial coherence, temporal coherence. In spatial coherence, it refers to how well all waves of light line up each other. Coming to the temporal coherence, it refers to purity of frequency or color. Next, we are having high radiance. In lasers, light is concentrated in a narrow spatial band. Hence, E is equals to radiant power by unit area. Next, let's discuss about principle of lasers. In this principle, we are having absorption, spontaneous emission, stimulated emission, population inversion. Let's discuss it one by one from absorption only. You can see this figure. By seeing this figure, we can know that electron is present at lower energy level. It is identified as E1. Let a photon of energy h mu is equals to E2 minus E1 interact with the electron, then photon will disappear and electrons move from higher energy state, that is E2. We call this process as absorption. Next, we are having spontaneous emission. In this spontaneous emission, electron at high energy level E2, we are not applying in this, we are not applying any input radiation or photon. After a meantime, electron jump to lower energy level E1 by emitting a photon with energy, that is h mu is equals to E2 minus E1. You can see in this figure. In some cases, the mean time is very longer. We call such state as metal stable state. This operation, laser operation, spontaneous plays a vital role in these laser operations. Next, let's discuss about stimulated emission. This is the figure of stimulation. In this, electron is at higher energy level E2. Photon on interaction with electron ion stimulates the electron to lower energy level E1 by emitting 2 photons. Whereas in the previous absorption and spontaneous emission, we are using only 1 photon. But coming to this stimulated emission, we are using 2 photons which are emitting in this stimulated emission. Next we are having population inversion. For laser actions, that is, more population should present at higher energy level. Generally, more population will present in lower energy level, that is thermal equilibrium. The process of achieving population inversion is a basic requirement for this population inversion. And you can see a graph in this population inversion. From this graph, energy level increases and population inversion decreases exponentially. This was given by the Boltzmann equation. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.